Hey guys, it's Xtreme here, and today I'll be starting a new series on Scratch, a guide on how to make games on Scratch. So, Scratch, probably one of your first basic jigsaw puzzle type coding software you'll ever use. Simple, but yet pretty difficult to master. In this series, I'll be going over the basics on how to make games on Scratch, and hopefully make a game that you'll enjoy and get popular. I have made projects that have gotten over 10,000 views, so I do have quite a bit of experience on Scratch, so I hope that I will get the same success in this guide. So, first of all, you'll start off with Scratch Cat. Get 2 costumes, which you won't need to worry about just yet. Sounds, which I'll touch up on in a later video, which are really useful just to make your game stand out from the crowd. But you will mainly want to do scripts. You will have a sprite list. Sprites are these things. They're the different images that you'll be put onto your screen. Backdrop is
你说要换什么？
backdrop is what you get in the background. So for example, if I turn it's red, I can do that. If you made a mistake, for example, if we want to turn this back to white, click the undo button here. If you want to go back, redo. If you want to add a new one, click on this paint new, this brush icon, and you will create a new one. If you want to delete it, click the X. If you want to select from the library of pre-made ones, click on this image icon, choose backdrop from library, and you can choose your different preset backdrops. If you want to choose a backdrop from the camera, you can do so here, or if you want to back up from your computer, you can click this folder icon. So, your scripts. First you want to do is click on the sprite. Be sure that you are not highlighted on the backdrop, as the backdrop is completely different to the sprite. So click on your sprite. In this video I will be showing you how to move the Scratch Cat around using your arrow keys, or possibly different things in the next video. So, when you first start off, when flag clicked is important, as this is how you're going to start off most things in Scratch. When flag clicked is when you start up the game. So when I click this will run wherever is inside this bit. So first you want to do is probably move steps, right? That is a logical decision that you've probably come across when you are learning Scratch for the first time, but I want to show you a more diverse system that will work mostly everywhere. The problem with steps is you can't really go up, down, left. You can only really go left or right. You'll also have to use turn degrees, which is quite frustrating at sometimes, and will make your game, not really look that good. So what we want to do is you want to use the X and Y coordinates. X is horizontal and Y is vertical. So X is left and right, Y is up and down. The max limits are negative 240 to 240x and negative 180 to 180y. So right at the bottom is negative 180, right at the top is 180, right at the bottom is negative 180, right at the top is 180y. To the right is x240, to the left is negative x240. Middle is of course 0x 0y. So what you want to do is, if you want to start on the center, which most of you will probably want to do, when you drag the green flag clicked from events menu, so you can drag in here. First of all, you'll start from motion, but click on events. You'll find this brown key here. Then go back onto motion, which is the blue bar. Scroll down and go to X, Y. Drag your X, go to X, Y, down towards your when green flag clicked and place down here. Set these to 0. If you're thinking that this tutorial is fairly slow, make sure to check out my other videos later on. The start will always be slow. Later on I will be only showing you new things, and I won't really go over stuff about the next bit. So after you do this, click the green flag and run. This will, whenever you click it, it will reset the scratch cat back to the center. So no matter where I place it, it will always go back, as long as I press green flag. Now, what you want to do is control the scratch cat, so move it around using arrow keys. What you want to do is, you can either use when key pressed, or next video I'll be showing you more complicated, or later on in the videos I will show you more complicated ways by using key pressed, which is generally a better way of doing arrow keys. But since this is more simple, we're going to start off with key pressed. So this is back in the events tab, the brown tab. On the second bar there's when key pressed. You want to click on this arrow drop down menu, and then you will find a whole bunch of programmable keys. So you can go up to 1 to 9 and the alphabet, and also arrow keys, any, and space. What you want to do is hit the right arrow. This will mean when you press down the right arrow key, you will move right. Another possible option is also right arrow. I mean D. This is using your WASD keys, which is also a very common sight, so choose either of them. If you think this is inefficient and want to skip to the next one, I will be showing you how to do when key space pressed. I will be using the arrow key for now, since it's the most basic to tell. What you want to do is, when right arrow key pressed, change X by 1. This will mean when I press the right arrow key, it will go right by 1 pixel. So if I click on green flag, that will set it back to center, and when I press the right arrow key, it will start moving. If you wish to change the speed, you can always edit 1 to a different number. If you press -1, it will go backwards. If you want to speed it up, put it to 5 or any other number, and it will go a lot faster. But as you can see, this is quite stuttery. You can also change it to decimals, so if you want to do 0.1, you can make it go very slow. Now set the change X by 2. Then you want to grab another when key pressed. Now select left arrow. Go back to motion, go to change X by, and then change the 10 to -2 or -2. Then, now you can see when you press the left arrow, it will go left, and when you press the right arrow, it will go right. Now, we will do the up and down keys. So, grab yourself an up and a down arrow key pressed. Next, go back to motion, and this time do change Y by. Drag it both, then change Y by 2 or any other number, positive, on the up arrow, and then change Y by -2 for down arrow, which will go down. Now you can see if I press the up arrow, it will go up, down arrow, it will go down, right arrow will go right, left arrow it will go left, and green flag it will return back to the center. So that's the basics of movement. Now, if you wish to, you can add a custom effect. So whenever this goes down, it will act like it is walking. So we will do the name these whatever you want, but I will be naming these walk 1 and walk 2. You can name these whatever you want. Then what you want to do is go into looks. Now you will be able to see switch costume and the next costume if you scroll down. What you want to do is you want to put next costume below each of these keys. Now when you try, it will quickly scroll through each one as if it was running. And as you can see, it is a bit fast, but I will be going through that in the next video. But if you wish to learn now, you can always do using variables by making it so whenever this repeats 10 times, for example, it will go to the next costume. So if you feel like you're ready for that, make sure to use variables and other things that you have learned from before. But this is beginner's guide and this is episode 1. So since these aren't very practical, let's spin these. And now, as you can see, when you're walking left, it won't turn direction whatever. So logical decision is do that and 180 degrees, right? No, that will make your scratch cats keep on flip around, and we don't want that. We want it to point in direction that or that, right? But no, this will flip scratch cat around, which isn't very useful. So steer clear of these, and I'll be showing you how to do a more realistic system in the next video. But normally you won't need to mess with these degrees options. You at the start, when you're doing a scratch project, normally you won't need to mess about with sensing, operators, more blocks, pen or data for the near future until you've mastered the basics. But I will give you a rundown on what these tabs do. So motion is all movement, so going to that's what we normally used in this video. Events is when you want to call something. So when green clicked or when key pressed. There's also other calling in this menu. So when the sprite clicked, when backdrop switches to, when loudness, when I receive broadcast, and broadcast and wait. But in the next few videos, we will only be mainly focusing on when the flag clicked, when key pressed, and when the sprite clicked. Control. Control is where you change figures. So, for example, if I want it so whenever right arrow key pressed, it will change by that. Then, but after 1 second, then you can do that. Looks is costumes and saying stuff. For example, if you want to say, I can add a say block, and then I can say I'm going right. In this, when I press right, it will go I'm going right. If I do another one, say I'm going left under the left arrow, it will do the same. I'll switch. Be careful not to do say hello for whatever seconds, since this happens. If I go like that, it will first run it through for 2 seconds before changing X by whatever. It is useful for calling separate things. For example, if you're going to do a race and then you go 3, 2, 1, it's sometimes useful, but for now it is not useful since it delays, as if you put a wait 2 seconds in there. So you can do the same for going up or going down. So these are quite useful if you're going to debug stuff in the future, but normally you will use variables for that, or lists. So now, as you can see, if I'm pressing right arrow, it will go I'm going right. Press left arrow, I'm going left. Down arrow is going down. Up arrow, I'm going up. There is one problem though. What is this going to do if I can't do anything about it? So in the next video, I'll be scripting more on how to do running away type game, where Scratch Cat will be running away from another thing, and if it gets caught, it'll be game over. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure to give a like, subscribe, tell me what you want to show a guide on next, and I'll see you guys in the next video.